guys, today I am here to do a review on The Fifth Wave by Yancey.
It was so good, like nom 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 nom.
I'm gonna stop num-numbing for a few seconds and actually talk about the story. They know how we think. They know how to kill us. They've taken everything worth living for. Now they've come to take the things we're dying for. After the first wave, only darkness remains. After the second, only the lucky escape. After the third, only the unlucky survive. After the fourth wave, just one rule applies. Trust no one. Dun dun dun! Booyah! Bam! Shazam! Hakuna Matata. Blah. So the fifth wave, it starts off as a very typical, normal alien invasion story. You know, the aliens are not exactly friendly and they're trying to get rid of us so that they can come into the planet because we have not taken good care of it, and there comes an ecological message and like, yeah, try to be good to the planet because aliens are going to come if we are not good to the planet. Cliche and very basic. But don't get scared because towards the end it really did start to set itself apart from any other alien story I've read before. And even if it was cliche in many aspects, Yancey took the average alien storyline and owned it. He owned it. Like, seriously, good job, Rick. Good job. Okay, so I am thinking of what to say next, but I don't want to give... I think that the less you know about the novel, the better for you, because it's very surprising, so the less info I give you, it's the better, but I need to choose my words right. Okay, so the waves are basically bad shit happening to the world. That's the best way to sum it up. And like I said, the bad shit that happens is not anything I hadn't heard before. Actually, some of the stuff that happened, I could easily recognize that it's stuff that happened in World War II with the Holocaust. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it in English, but I could recognize it as some of the things that the Nazi did to the Jews. For example, creating a false sense of hope before exterminating all of them, which is a very interesting point in the story. When I was reading it, I was a bit horrified and thinking, how could they do this? Why are they doing it? And that's when it hit me. It has happened before. Humanity has done this to itself before. Speaking of things happening, well, Yancey just wrote it in a way that makes it feel like this can happen. It can happen. I already talked about this in a previous video, but really, if the aliens ever come, it feels like they will... things are going to happen like it says in this book, you know? So, if the aliens ever come, and you have this book, take it out, you know? Like, it's like a survival manual or something. You know? Yeah. He wrote everything so detailed and he had just everything worked out in his head very well, and he really was sort of in the mind of the enemy, and I just... good job. It gave everything a sense of reality, and I can see it happening. I can see it in my mind happening. I can see it. I don't want it to happen, but I can see it. Yeah. Now, about the things that set the story apart, well, for one, it's very unpredictable, and yeah, surprising. Very surprising. When I first started with the book, I heard a lot of people talking about how they had been very shocked, and they were like, oh my god, I didn't see that coming, and blah blah blah. And I thought, no, the story is not surprising. I can tell how things are going to happen. It's highly entertaining and really cool, but there's nothing surprising about it. And then, whoa, my reality shifted. I'm being dramatic, but I was surprised. And then it happened again and again. And I was like...
yes, no, yes, no, yes.
And there came a point when I was changing my mind every chapter and just getting everything wrong, and I was so exasperated that I just decided to completely let it go. I just let it go. I stopped trying to guess and just allowed the book to surprise me on its own. And I am not the type of person to do that. I usually want to know what's going to happen and try to guess, and I tend to get it right. But with this story, I just decided to let myself be carried on with Yancey's story and just let him blow my mind, which he did. So the less you know about this book, the better. Don't go looking for spoilers because it's fun to be surprised that way. I'm happy about deciding to let it go and not just like go doing this or trying to read ahead, which I'm proud of myself for not doing that. I'm really proud. Needless to say, I am very excited for a sequel. I didn't know it was actually going to be a series until I reached the ending and I was like, what? This is it? This is it? But no, turns out it's a series. Which I have to admit I was a bit disappointed about knowing it wasn't a standalone. Almost every single story right now it's a series. Do they really need to be? Really? I think it could have been a great standalone had Rick Yancey decided to, you know, make it a standalone. But it's a series and I am still excited for the sequel. Slightly disappointed, but excited nonetheless. And I'm really not sure how things are going to go down. I mean, I have this idea and I know how this can be a happily ever after, but if Rick Yancey does what's in my mind right now, that's just the easy way, and I really hope he doesn't do that. Because this book was good, it was well written, it had surprises, and it was not ridiculous, which is something I forgot to mention. Yes, a lot of stuff happened that was really surprising and little turns here and there, but it wasn't like, oh, why is there a dragon here? And oh, you can manage the elements now. That's cool and ridiculous. That's totally ridiculous. No, everything was very well thought of, and I hope that the second book is just as well done, and that Rick Yancey already knows exactly how things are going to go down, because if he just starts making a bunch of random stuff happen to them just to create conflict and that it doesn't seem like it's making any sense, I'm gonna be pissed off. I'm going to be really pissed off. Because hands down, this is my favorite book of the summer, and I'm sure it's going to be one of my favorites of the year. So, The Fifth Wave! Have you read it yet? Did you like it? Do you plan on reading it? Because you should. No pressure. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, and on my blog I am rating it as amazing. It was amazing. It was amazing. I marked so many pages in this book and just highlighted a lot, and I just feel like I took a lot out of this book. Even though at times it felt like they were spoon-feeding me, like, the lessons and stuff. But, you know, Rick Yancey wrote things beautifully and just energetic. No, what? Powerful. What? Energetic? Powerful. Cassie was a very strong character, and I just... all of the 5 stars, all of them. I would give it 10 if I could. And that's it for today. Don't forget to let me know if you've read it, if you plan on reading it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Just let's discuss it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!